All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. It is the weekend, so I want to update the progress of Bitcoin and just quickly review how the Bitcoin miners did throughout the week. So we'll just start out by taking a look at the big board, and you'll see that on Friday, we were mostly green. Bitcoin was up on the day quite a bit, but for whatever reason, these stocks had a very mixed reaction on Friday. The market was very good on Friday, the equities market, so everything was up. The NASDAQ was way up, and you can see. So I think Friday things just shook themselves out a little bit. On Thursday, Bitcoin was totally sideways and all the miners were way up. So I think, today's mixed results is a reflection of things just kind of settling themselves out. Most of the larger, more established miners you'll see are near the top of this list, and they were all in the green. Riot was up almost 6%. That continues to have a massive run. Marathon was up 4.7%. Cleanspark was up almost 7%. And these all include a bit of a sell-off at the end of the day, because Cleanspark for most of the day was fluctuating between up 10 to 12%. So we'll look at a few of those in detail later, but you will see that on the whole for the week, the Bitcoin miners were up substantially. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on with the Bitcoin chart. This is the Bitcoin chart on the 30-minute time frame, so each one of these candles represents 30 minutes. You're going to see this big green candle here was the close of the equity markets on Friday. So Bitcoin closed at just over 42,000 on Friday. They raced up, tested this line of resistance basically perfectly, and then they bounced down and they've been down ever since. Now, it looks like Bitcoin just woke up right now in this 30-minute candle. We've been below the close all the way until this half an hour, and you can see once again, we went right up and tested this line. Right now, we've pulled back a little bit, so I don't know which way this is going to go. I did believe that we were going to break through 42 over the weekend and start to make a run towards 45 and test that line of resistance, but we still, at the moment, this is our second bounce off of this 42, and this just happened right now. So, by the time you're watching, we may be well above this or headed back down. There's no way to, so only time will tell. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So each one of these candles is 4 hours. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 4-hour candles in a row that are green. So Bitcoin has been on the move up. Like I said, it did get right to this line and test it. And I zoomed out a little bit so you can see the significance of this line. We crossed underneath this line back on March 3rd, and since then we have not been able to break out of it. We tested it here. We had a strong run up and test on March 9th and then went straight back down. And now we were up here on Friday at 4:30. We retested this on this candle, and now we're retesting it right now as I'm doing this, which is at about 4 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday afternoon. However, if I zoom out to Bitcoin on the 1-day chart, so each one of these candles now represents 1 day, you'll see really our real line of resistance is this purple line here at about 45,700. So between this green line and this purple line, those have been significant resistance. We went underneath that. Basically, we got underneath this purple line on January 5th. So all of 2022, we have been trading under this line. So this has been resistance for the year so far, year to date. This green line and candle wick way above it didn't quite get to the purple line. So it seems like we've got momentum in our favor again. A lot of the indicators are showing that we should be moving upwards. So I feel like we're going to make the rest of this move at least back up to this green line, if not up to this purple line, to retest our recent lines of resistance. The question being, will we get through the line of resistance? And I guess time will tell the answer to that. So again, that's my expectation for where we're going based on everything that I'm looking at. However, you guys know Bitcoin. Please, this is not financial advice. Bitcoin has been known to take strange turns. It certainly seems like all the indicators are showing the momentum are upwards right now, and we are clearly in a trend of hitting, particularly this green line seems to be a line of resistance that we have hit continuously. So I think there's a decent chance if we can break through this line that we're at right now, that we'll come up and test this or this line. So that would be my goal for Bitcoin sometime over the next week. Maybe it won't happen this weekend, maybe it will. We may have a little pullback first, but that's my expectation. Again, Bitcoin, anything can happen. So just a quick look at the big picture. This green trend trend line lasted for about a month. Then we broke underneath it. We popped back above it, and we've been underneath it since March 4th. So most of March we have spent going sideways between these two lines, this red line at 37 and this pink line here at around 42. So you can see we've been stuck in this range sideways, up and down, but basically sideways. So I'm looking to see if we can break out of that up to here. A few of the indicators that I like to show are, this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 day. So you will see that on the 1 day time frame, the RSI crossed 50 a few days ago. So since it has done that, we had this green candle, this sideways day, this green candle, and then this is today. So we have had upward momentum, and you know, my thing is that good things happen above 50 on the 1 day RSI for Bitcoin. We're now up to 56.5, so still a lot of room to run up is my point on the 1 day candle, because oftentimes, you know, we can get up to 70 or beyond on a bull run. So if we can have some continuation here, then we stand a chance at least testing some of these lines of resistance that I've been talking about. Okay, so same thing. The same day we went above 50, we had a crossover on the MACD. So that was a positive sign. And the histogram on the MACD also went green, and you can see it's been green every day since and building momentum. So these are some of the main things I'm looking at that tell me it looks like we have room to the upside and we're headed to the upside. So unless something interrupts this, that is the current momentum. I just want to show you a few stocks to show you how good this week was for the Bitcoin miners, because we have had a lot of bad weeks. This was a good week. Monday was tough. Monday was down. The rest of the week was basically up for most of the miners. So I'm going to pick a couple. Riot and Marathon's charts are very similar. This is Riot on the 4-hour time frame. So if I go from the opening on Monday to the closing on Friday, Riot was up about 29%. However, if I go from the low on Tuesday to the close on Friday, that is a 43% swing, higher, almost 44% swing upward in the Riot stock price. So this was a very big week for Riot, particularly the last 4 days for most of the Bitcoin miners. Friday was a little funky for some of them, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was a huge run up in all of the Bitcoin miners. So Cleanspark, if I go from the open on Monday to the close on Friday, it was up 20%. If I go from the low on Tuesday to the close on Friday, it was up 32%. But all of that momentum is on top of the fact that Cleanspark has had an incredibly good month or month and a half. If I go from January 28th to the close on Friday, so that's about a month and a half, Cleanspark is up over 100%, over 116%. So this is a massive, massive run up. So you can see these things are starting to trend in the right direction. Cleanspark seems to be out ahead of all the others. We'll see if they run and catch up to Cleanspark, or if Cleanspark falls back to them. Hopefully everybody runs and catches up to Cleanspark and beyond. But you can see even despite all the momentum they had prior to this, they still had a big week this week. Okay, this is CORZ Scientific. So if I take Monday morning till the close on Friday, this was up about 18.5%. So still a good week. From the low on Tuesday to the close on Friday, up 26%. So this is what most of the charts look like in the Bitcoin miner sector. Some type of up 25 to 35 or sometimes 45% from the low to the high on the week. So very strong week for all the Bitcoin miners, despite the fact that a few of them did pull back on Friday. So I'm going to keep this one short. I'm just going to take a look at Bitcoin on the 30-minute time frame again. We've now moved on to the next candle, and we still have momentum going. We have a green candle, but we have pulled back. We did bounce off of this line, and we're yet to get back to it. So that is going to be the key question over the next short period of time. Can we break out of this line of resistance and start to head towards... So I'm going to switch over to the 2-hour time frame. Basically, we want to break out of this line of resistance and start to head up to these lines right here. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll see what happens. So that's all I got for now on Bitcoin. So everybody have a great weekend, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.